Ah, where? Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho! Everybody, it's me, it's Andy, Decayed Andy here. Little pre-show googling, gabbling, talkly, balkly, all that jazz for Moon Poop 2. Got some Transformers stuff to talk about this week. You know, it's Sunday. It's 8 o'clock. That's the time. That's the time when I do this stuff. So hopefully you'll come with me on this little journey. I see Daddy in chat. Hey, Daddy. Daddy's like, why you gotta use Christmas thumbnails? Well, because there's many Christmas listing this week. Well, not Christmas listing, but toy listing. So we gotta go through a lot of lists. I've had to pull images off the interwebs as well for people that might know some of the characters, just so we can have a look at their designs and be like, well, is this a good design? Will it work or not? Is it cool? I guess we'll get to it. Daddy says, I thought I'd pop my head in before the nerd talk starts. That's fair. How you been? It's just been a day, Daddy. I've been watching my friends' Resident Evil streams, gathering data and intelligence, and losing my mind along the way. So that's been fun. Yeah, that's been the day, and work. You know, obviously, it's most days are what is your day? It's just it's work every day. So. Not desperately fun. How's your day been, Daddy? You been doing the Final Fantasy raiding? More of that, I assume. Yeah. You finished your raids yet? You got past phase 5? Or are you still slogging through? Actually, no. I think I saw you play Elden Ring today. I think you were Elden Ringing, right? Or was I wrong there? I've been playing a bit of Elden Ring. Ah, did you get up to Godric then? Because you said you kind of stopped yesterday. Before Godric appeared, so I assume Godric is dead. The Lord is dead. Finally, they put the stake through the heart of Godric. Cockring? Whatever. Just beat Godric, yeah. Hey, nice. Have you fought, what's his name? Barry Lou. I can't remember what his name is. I just remember his last name's Lou. It's something Lou. So we'll go with Barry Lou. Barry Lou and his wrestling moves. Have you had your back fight wrestling moves yet? You must have, I assume, right? If you beat no, because that's yeah, that is Godric. It's Godric phase 2, right? Barry Lou. Horror Lou? Is that what his name was? Horror Lou? I think Barry Lou's a more solid name. You might have guessed this, but guess what? In the mod, you get stupidly strong, but the enemies get a huge buff to health and damage. The things are a very glass cannon for us at the moment. Oh, you got to play with Goobles. Ooh, nice. Horror Lou is the boss in Lendl, not Godric. Which one's Godric then? Barry Lou. Which one's Godric? I can't remember which one Godric is. Which one's Godric? Yeah, where's Godric? Hang on, let me check. Stormvale Castle. The one that has the dragon arm. There, that's him, right? He talks about glittering gold or something. Godric. Yeah, Godric the Grafted. Okay. That yeah. Okay. I thought you were done. When you said, like, yesterday you were doing Godric, I was like, oh, you burned through the game. I was pretty impressed that you got all the way up to Lindell, whatever the place is called. I was like, god damn, you really powered through. But no. Stormvale Castle makes more sense. makes the sense. Man, I've only just started. Yeah, I know, right? I know. I thought you were slapping it. I thought you and Jubal had been slapping it hard and gone crazy. Really busted a nut through the game. I'm tempted to do the pre-order for the DLC, because you can get the DLC on CD keys for 25 beans. I think I might pre-order it, to be honest, because let's be honest, there's not going to be official sale on that game for a very, very long time. Well, the DLC for a very, very long time. I mean, Elden Ring, you can get Elden Ring 25% off, and it's still $37.29. So I think it's probably a good idea for me to pre-order the DLC just to get the 27% off now, right? Instead of paying like full price for it. I think I'm gonna have to do that. Maybe I'll do that at the end of the stream tonight. That sounds like a good idea. I'm pre-ordering the DLC. Yeah, we'll be streaming that. more than likely. Comes out on the 21st of June. I know. That's, how far away is that, June? February, March, April, June. It's still like 3-4 months away. It's still a decent stint away. Something fun to play and sweat during summertime. That's going to be the thing, isn't it? Like, I'm going to be playing Elden Ring, and I'm just going to be sweating my tits off doing it while streaming. Because it's summer, and summers always suck, unless you like the heat, which I don't. So, that'll be painful, I suppose. But what can you do? I'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy the suffering. I think Vari Video said all you have to do is basically beat what's his name? Morgod? The guy with the blood trident. If you can beat him, then you've got access to the DLC, because the DLC is like the little egg with a hand coming out of it. You talk to the little egg, and it transports you to the Shadowlands, whatever it's called. Moog? Yeah, that's him. Yeah, you got to beat him. So as long as you've beaten him, excuse me, with the character, you can get to the DLC. That's very late game. That's very late in the game. Not if you're like really, really good at the game. If you're really good at the game, Daddy, you could get there in like a few hours. Yeah. If you're really good at the game, you could get there in a few hours. I mean, like, dumb people who like play the game and do no hit runs. I mean, like those people. And people who do speed runs. About 3 hours. I think that's even generous. You could probably do faster than that, right? Realistically. So it's not that bad. It's pretty easy. And I'll have to get Uncle Bobby B. I'll have to get Uncle Bobby B back. Did you check the mod out? Yeah, I'm not going to do the mod, I don't think. I want to play normal Elden Ring, I think, before, like, the DLC, because I don't want to get OP. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the game and get one of the other endings I haven't done. I haven't got Ranni's End, and I haven't got Crazy Flame End, so I still need to do those. So I'll probably go through the game and then maybe start, like, pick up with Uncle Bobby B and get to the point where I can do the DLC from there, because I think I have to New Game Plus with Uncle Bobby B. You didn't do Ranni's End? I know, because I didn't know. I was fucking stupid, Daddy. You know, once you've beat the boss, whoever the final boss is, the Elden Dragon, right? You beat the Elden Dragon, right? You beat the Elden Dragon, and it takes you back to the little grave site, the little place where you fought the crumbling Radagon. Yeah, where you fought Radagon. And there's a little tiny thing on the floor for Ranni, and then there's the other middle ending. I didn't see the thing on the ground because I'm stupid, and I chose the middle ending. I honestly didn't see it. I was like, where's the Ranni stuff? And I ran up and it just touched the thing and it was over. I thought, were you not there for that? Because I did stream it. The problem is, I streamed it when I wasn't multi-streaming to Twitch, so it's not been saved. Sorry, Twitch and YouTube, so it's not been saved to YouTube. So that's been lost in the annals of history, which is fine, because it stops. I'll always remember being dumb, and if anybody asks, I can always tell them, no, I was just being stupid. I was just dumb. I was so dumb. But there's no history unless someone goes on the Wayback Way machine, you know, or whatever, then you can find it that way. Otherwise, you know, my stupidity will not hopefully be preserved. I'll know. I'll remember. I'll be lying in bed and waking up at night sweating, going, I didn't pick Ranni's End, fuck. I remember that. Yeah, see, you remember. See, I would have done the ending. I would have done the Ranni ending, but I just didn't see it. You know? What that part needed was it needed a giant finger pointing sign with like lights around it that said Ranni ending here, and I would have been, there it is. There it is. But I was stupid. I didn't see it, and I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I think it's about time for moon pooping. So I realized, Daddy, that you probably aren't going to want to stay around for moon poop too. But I've got to get pooping. We've got stuff to do. You can always pick the worst end. You can always pick the worst ending, aka the madness ending. I've still got to do the madness ending for the achievement. So I will be doing the madness ending at some point. Madness has really cool spells, though. Madness has fucking ace spells. Their spells are really fun. Do a lot of damage. Anyway, Anyway, where's my music? Where is my music? Do 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 do. All right, boys. It's time for some moon poop. Thanks for coming on by, Daddy, and welcome everybody else who is here. Let's get into some Transformers nonsense.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Andy, Decade Andy, and I'm here to talk to you about Transformers for the week. Isn't that fun? Hopefully it will be, as my voice crackles there like a 13-year-old boy. Yes, we have many a listing to talk about. No images of toys, but we'll be talking about the ideas and what we've learned coming down the line for Transformers, I guess for either this year, next year, or what will probably be kind of grouped together as the 40th anniversary stuff. So that should be fun. There's also a few other stories, so let's just get our fingers deep inside of it and feel around for the prostate. Here we go. First off, everybody's favorite, it's Transformers Earthspark Water Blaster backpack found in France. So this is one of those cool, in quotations, backpacks. It's a water blaster backpack, which I'm not entirely sure what that means. To me, it just looks like it looks like a canteen. It looks like a little Bumblebee face from Earthspark. That's just a canteen bottle. Is that what you call them? Little things they take in the desert in like old Arabian movies and stuff like that. I get that vibe from this. It is Bumblebee's severed head where you can drink from it. It's $8.95 $1 dues for those of you who have always desired a severed head of Bumblebee to put your liquids into. This is a Dimooch product. Famous man, Dimooch, love the boy. This is something I would assume he would happily buy. Any Bumblebee fan, nice little Bumblebee head you can fill with your goo. What goo? Well, that's not for me to decide. It's for you to put your goo where you wish. I'm not here to judge. As long as I don't know, I can't judge, and that's it's good enough for me. So it's fine. It's kind of trashy product. In terms of like trashy product, it made me remember like back in the 90s. Oh my god, the 90s. All the way back then when Star Wars: The Phantom Menace came out, there was a backpack that I was jonesing for. As a youngin', I was jonesing for this backpack because I thought it looked fucking cool. And let's be honest, it was tat. What was it, Andy? It was this. It was a Darth Maul giant plushy backpack. If anybody remembers this thing, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Can we get a good image of it? No, we can't. We can't get a good image of it. Why would we be able to? You can kind of see it here. There it is. You can see it here. Yeah, it was basically a backpack that was just felt above Darth Maul's head. I really wanted it. I'm really glad I didn't get it. I would have probably had the shit kicked out of me more so at school than usual. But does anybody else remember this backpack? Anybody else remember that? Anybody get this? Anybody have it as a kid? I wonder. Like, look at the other backpacks. Like, yeah, it's Darth Maul's head, but it's not a giant plush version of it, is it? You can't, like, rub the little head, and there's little horn nipples. Can't do that, can you? No, sir. Anyway, back to the Transformers. Demons have occurred. A demon incursion. Evil has poured into our world because limited Funko digital pops. What is this fucking nightmare? These are the Transformers Wave 2 first looks, so... these are digital Funko Pops, which I really don't know what that means, but let's read what it says. As with the first wave, did we talk about the first wave? The first wave. No, we didn't. Okay, the first wave consisted of a Devastator, Sideswipe, Rumble, or Frenzy, depending on your proclivities, Hot Rod, Golden Optimus Prime, and a Freddy Funko, I think that says Bumblebee. The nightmare, I guess, is still continuing. Let's read what... No, let's not. Same as the last one. The first, you have to collect digital... right. First, you have to collect digital tokens in order to redeem the physical toy. Digital collections will be available this March 5th at 11 a.m. PC Pacific time, I guess that is, with standard 21,000 available. I assume that, I don't know what that means, and premium 17,000 available digital packs. Official images of the Funko Pops website. Okay, so there's an Ultra Magnus, a Blitzwing, RC, Beast Wars Cheetah, G1 King Starscream, Metallic. Oh. And a Freddy Funko as a Grimlock, who is also in Metallic. So Ultra Magnus is whatever Legendary means, 2,000 available. Blitzwing, Legendary, again, 2,000 available. Same for RC, same for Beast Wars Cheetah. The Metallic Starscream is classed as a quote-unquote grail, with only 999, and the Freddy Fazbear Funko Funny Fred Fish Friday Falafels is a royalty 26,000. So there's more Freddy because no one would really want that. I don't understand the digital aspect. I'm an old man. I need to find a gravesite and just climb into a little hole and die, I suppose. But I've never liked Funko Pops. Oh, maybe it's card related. Maybe it looks like you have to get cards and then you can buy these. I don't know. Yeah, these look like Funko Pops, soulless, corporate, without bereft of enjoyment or joy or anything in them. Unless you like, I mean, if you like Funko Pops and you're a Transformers fan, I guess you're going to buy these. Oh, God, look at the Ultra Magnus. His weird face. His weird, strange face. Yeah, these... Yeah, they're an aesthetic. There's an aesthetic choice for these, which, is not for me. Let's be honest. But hey, I guess these will sell. Let me know if you're a person with a proclivity for picking up Funko Pops. And God rest your soul. Have mercy, in fact, on your soul. I'm not sure these are an improvement on the previous wave, but they are a thing that exists. I will go with that. They're a thing that exists. Okay? Okay. But if you were going to ask me what I thought of Funko Pops...
I hate them, Gregory! I hate them all!
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Next up, we have the DX9 Mini Jinrai. Apparently, this is a Legend Scale Master Force Jinrai / Battlemaster Optimus Prime from DX9, who I don't remember doing Legend Scale stuff. Maybe they did, and I'm just dumb. Hang on, let's go to Show Z. We're going to be talking about that later. DX9 Mini. Oh, they have done stuff. So they have DX9 Mini Michael Murphy Chrome Dome, who I don't think we've talked about. That looks okay. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Not a big fan of the elbow joints. They're kind of a bit on the ugly side, I suppose. But it doesn't look too bad. Do we have a price on these and when they're coming out? Second quarter of 2024, whenever that is. And no price up as of yet. Okay, well, fair enough. And they have the DX9 Mini 01 Triple Changer Double Clouder. That's a double clouder. Is this out? I guess this was out. It's got an available availability notice. 32.43 is about the same as normal third-party Legends, I would say, at this point. You know, equivalent to your Magic Squares and your New Age and your Iron Factory, etc., etc. The Godmasters are a little bit basic, but Legend Scales, I suppose, it makes sense. I don't remember talking about these at all. It looks okay. I'm not like wowed by it looking at it. For some reason, they've got it clamped around a G1. The double clouder clamped around a G1 Optimus Prime of a similar scale, like it's some kind of weird, bizarre armor. Yeah, it's I don't know. I wouldn't be personally rushing out to pick up that, at least. Oops, we've done Bumblebee. But yeah, they're doing a Jinrai. We only have the one image of it so far. I don't know what's on its back, though. Oh, it's Brainstorm. They've got Brainstorm on his back. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's Brainstorm. Hey, the Jack, welcome. Why does Optimus Prime have wings? Because he, that was another figure for some reason being used as armor for him. I don't know why. Optimus Prime has had wings in the past, though, so just trust me on this. But yeah, we got Brainstorm here in prototype colors, and God Jinrai, or Power Master Optimus Prime, also in prototype colors. There is no, what's his name? God Bomber? There's no God Bomber armor attachment, but I think it's fair to say if they do a Power Master Optimus Prime, it's likely that they will do God Bomber, because why wouldn't you? It's an extra sale. It's like a prerequisite. You get Power Master Optimus Prime, you have to get God Bomber. It feels like you're missing without, because I know, you know, that he's just missing the right stuff. I will give DX9 the credit of they're doing something different with the Legend scale line. They're kind of doing more the era that I'm interested in. Well, New Age and Magic Square are kind of just happily sitting in there. We're just going to do G1 characters from the first 2 seasons. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, at least with DX9 Mini, they're clearly doing 2 Headmasters, and they're doing 2 Godmasters as well. That's more my era that I prefer for Transformers, so, you know, even though I won't be getting these, I appreciate that they're doing them, and maybe it'll start pushing the other, like, Legend scale third-party companies into, you know, maybe doing some of the Japanese Headmaster stuff, and etc., etc. I mean, I say that, and we obviously have Iron Factory doing the Breastmasters as slowly as they're coming out. They're doing them, but that's about it. So, Excelhead says, I've never liked Apex Armor God Bomber combination. Really? You don't like that? Why don't you like that out of interest? What's your beef with it? The Jack says, I feel like some of these toys are from that one Transformers anime that aired in Japan. You are quite correct. There were a few Japanese-only Transformers show. There was after the original G1. For those, I'm just telling the Jack because I'm sure people that generally listen to the show know. After Generation 1 finished in America, Japan picked it up and did a Headmaster series, then did Master Force, then did Victory, then did a one-off called Zone, which then was the end until Beast Wars came around. There you go. Yeah. It's nice. I kind of wish we had more images of what Jinrai is going to look like, but I guess we'll see them in the future. And I've learned more about the X9 Mini, so that's good for me. Good for Andy. Pat myself on the back. Good work. Oh, thank you. Fans Hobby are doing the MB-28 Armada Starscream, so I think we can tell it's Armada Starscream. Obviously, it's in the title. It's done as an F-22 Raptor, which is more movie Starscream. I don't think he was an F-22 Raptor in Armada. I think he was just weird jet. Weird, fun jet. So this is, I guess it looks like you can switch around. Hang on, let's read the blurb. Hang on, jump mode. But Fans Hobby have added an interesting gimmick. This mode has got a second alternate configuration similar to an F-22 Raptor or the Energon Starscream homage. I would have said, was Energon Starscream an F-22 Raptor? I suppose so, yeah. Yeah, thinking back to Energon Starscream, he was kind of F-22-y, I guess. Yeah, that's probably it. Your guess is as good as ours, but the robot mode is yet to be revealed. Okay, so we only have images of the jet mode, such as it is, if I could speak without chewing a big old toffee. So, top image is General Armada Starscream. Middle image is more F-22 hybrid, because it's got the giant shoulder cannons on the top of the F-22 Raptor. And then the bottom image is the shoulder cannons have been underslung under the wings, and it's just an F-22 Raptor. And then we just got some multiple images of the same thing, basically from just different angles, which is fine. He's in the horrible, grotesque prototype plastic, where it looks like he's been sitting in the sun too long and just bleached. Like they said in the story, there is no images so far of the robot mode, but the jet mode... Yeah, the jet mode looks okay. I mean, the Armada Starscream always had a lot of junk into the trunk. And I don't think you can get rid of that, really. So you can see the legs and the arms and all that jazz. I don't think there's anything you could really do if you want to make Starscream, to be honest. At least Armada Starscream, I should say. So it's fine. Oh, just noticed, on the nose cone, you can pop out and pop in the little nose cone wings, let's call them. The little wings on the side of the nose cone. You can apparently twiddle those around as well, which is kind of interesting, at least to me. The Jack says, I like the Armada Starscream. Yeah, the original toy, pretty fun. Didn't do a lot, but pretty fun. Fat, red, weirdo, jet Starscream. Poor Starscream. XL Hedge says, it looks weird to me, yet like the Omega Prime, which is basically a tribute to it. Yet I like the Omega Prime, which is a tribute to it. Oh. Do you know, is it proportionally you don't like God Jinrai from what it does? Or yeah, can you put your finger on what you find weird about the God Jinrai out of interest? Because I'd like to know. Yeah, I always thought it was cool. I think I like Super Jinrai more. I think I might like Super Jinrai more. I don't dislike God Bomber. Sorry, God Jinrai. I don't mind it. All right. Speaking of fans' hobby, they've done the MB-25B Black Naval Commander. It's another repaint of the Naval Commander, which is Armada Optimus Prime. This time he's in Nemesis colors. This is the third? Let's check. It might be more than the third at this point. What did I say it was? Fans, toys, or hobby? Fans hobby. I'm stupid. Hang on a tick. Fans hobby. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's their third version. No, it's their fourth version of the mold now. So I think that they can't do more than this. It's like you've done it. You've hit all of the main. You've hit all of the main ones. You've done the main one. You've done the Power Links version. You did the Shattered Glass version, and now you've done the actual one from the show, the Nemesis Prime version. Okay, we're done. We don't need to do any more repaints of this guy. It's fine. They seem to have given him a new face, at least. Let's read the rest of the things. This is a black redeco of the Naval Commander, which I mentioned. And a black deco, seen with thing. It features a battle damage face, and it will include the trailer. I'm not sure why it wouldn't include the trailer, but they state that. It's got Sparkplug in there as well. I wonder if it will come with, like, I assume it'll come with a normal undamaged face, right? It must do. I don't know much about this release because I never got it myself. It looks okay. I mean, I guess it's up to you whether you think the Hasbro version is better. The Hasbro version is more accurate. I mean, it's not the Nemesis colored version, obviously, but, you know, you could argue that it's more accurate than this fans' hobby, kind of more stylized interpretation of it. Excuse me. It looks fine. We don't see it in super mode either. We just see him in standard Nemesis Prime mode. They don't even show us the vehicle mode for some reason, which is a bit strange, but yeah, okay, fair enough. XL Hedge says, but can it pose like a gorilla and run on all fours? Oh god, yeah, I forgot it did that. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why they made it do that. Can it go on all fours? There's an image of him with his hand on the ground, kind of trying to do the Iron Man pose, you know, the hero Iron Man pose. A little bit awkward. So can he do a dynamic, let's say that. Can he do a dynamic running pose? Gorilla running pose? I'm going to say no. Can you fudge it and kind of get a sort of running gorilla pose? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you could probably kind of get it if we look at this one image of him kind of doing it, but I don't think he's going to look very cool doing it. The Jack says, is there a Prime version of RC? Now, do you mean Prime as in the TV show Transformers Prime? Or do you mean Prime as in, is there an Optimus Prime version of RC? I need clarification. The TV show. Okay, yes, there are a few versions of the Prime RC. There was the original Transformers Prime First Edition RC, and then there was the Transformers Prime... No, it's just called Transformers Robots in Disguise for some reason, because it was really dumb around that time period. Transformers Robots in Disguise RC as well. That's the cooler RC. Damn. Yeah, there were a few versions of it. Not a huge amount. You have to get them on the secondary market now, or you can get third-party versions of her if you're into that kind of stuff. Who does third-party? It's not Black Mamba. Oh, come on, brain. I can feel my brain like grinding to a halt. What's the name of the company? It's not Gear Factory. Oh God, I can't remember their name. Yeah, there was another fourth party company that also did them. MechVans Toys. I can't remember. Maybe I'll be able to find it real quick. I doubt it. I hate it when my brain just dies on me. You know, I'm getting older. I should expect this to happen in the future. But yeah, I don't think you can get it now, but there was another company that did a knockoff of that version, but it was a good knockoff of that first edition Prime RC, but I don't think they stock it anymore because that was a while ago, in all honesty, so I'm just probably wasting my time. But yeah, Nemesis Prime, he's coming from Fans Hobby. If you're interested in that, it's cool. It's another one. Please don't do any more repaints of it. We're done. We don't need a fourth repaint, fifth. No, we don't need a fifth repaint of Naval Commander. It's done. We're all good. No more, please. Do something new. Release Tidal Wave, for God's sake. Premium collectible studios are doing a Unicron. We've got a teaser CGI image of it so far. He's sitting on a throne, so it's an interesting posed Unicron. Unicron usually is, you don't usually get statues sitting on thrones. And considering Unicron's the size of a planet, I don't know how. I mean, that's a planet-sized chair that he's ripping into. He's got two giant balls where the hands are kind of over the top of them. They're not testicles. No. I think we can probably assume that these balls, when they're painted up, are going to be probably painted to look like worlds, right? There are giant, finger, score marks in them as well. He's ground his fingers across what I assume is the planet. So I think it's a good bet to say that these are, Earth and Mars and, etc., etc. I think it's a neat idea. It is not your G1 Unicron design either. It's a style. I don't even know how to describe this Unicron. It doesn't look like it can transform. Just the shape of it. It doesn't look like it has that kind of design to it. The best way to describe the legs, they don't look like Unicron legs. They look more like Ed 209 legs. So imagine Ed 209, if you remember that from the RoboCop movie. That's kind of at the very least, his from the knees down to the feet, the Ed 209 legs, at least to me. Got very wide helmet on his head as well. The idea of the pose, I think the idea of the pose is nice. I hate the wings. The wings are awful. The way they've done the wings looks really lame, at least to me. But the design of Unicron generally doesn't do a huge amount for me. And I don't want to say because it doesn't adhere to the G1 aesthetic of Unicron. But that might be a little bit of what is putting me off of it, and I hate to say that. Maybe it's his chest design as well. It looks like he's got an owl for a chest. We've got an eye here and an eye here for his big old nipples. We've got a kind of popped collar, and if we're talking about his chest being an owl, the popped collar kind of looks like eyebrows, like the eyebrows of an owl that kind of run down into. Granted, there's not really a beak here, but my eyes can kind of fudge that and just be like, it's an owl chest. So there's generally, I'll give it. It's an interesting look. It's just not doing a huge amount for me. Yeah, maybe a little better when we get prototypes of it and it's painted. Obviously, that can also be a thing that vastly changes the figure compared to the CGI renders. And let's be honest, maybe they're going to be tweaking the CGI render. Who knows? It's a little bit early. Excel Hedge says, just type RC on Show Z search. Oh, yeah, I probably should have done that. The Jack says, that looks cool. The colors look pretty bland to me. Yeah, this is a prototype. This is a prototype, so this isn't the finished product. This is just like the CAD model. Someone's made a CGI model, and this will be made into a prototype and then painted. So a few stages away before we see the finalized product, but it's the basic idea of what it's going to look like in the future. Now, Takara Tomy, we got some more images of the Missing Link convoy. So this is a G1 Optimus Prime toy with articulation, in quotations. There's the two, if you forgot, there's two versions. There's the CO1, which is the toy version, and the CO2, which is the anime version. The toy version comes with the trailer. The anime version is only the cab. So oddly enough, gonna probably be the one that people would want more. We've got some package art of it, CO1, so it looks like the toy and the package art. Oddly enough, the first image is clearly the animated version. You can tell by the head and the lack of stickers. But yeah, if you looked and you said, hey, Optimus Prime from G1, the OG toy, what if I had a slightly articulated version of him? This is it, it's cute, it looks good next to Jazz, actually. If they make this into a line, which they won't do, if they made this into a line, it could be kind of fun, to get like a load of the early toys, but they're slightly tweaked engineering wise, and like if they did Starscream, maybe he wouldn't be as parts-formery as the original toy is. Maybe he had a bit more articulation, etc., etc. It could be interesting. I don't think anybody assumes this is going to be a line. It's just a one-off random Optimus Prime because of the 40th anniversary kind of stuff. It's got some okay poses. I think the camera angle are fudging up some of these stuff here. Oh, there's a Gundam. they've put Prime into a Gundam pose. The RX-78 at the end where he's missing an arm, it's missing his head, and he's shooting up into the air to shoot at Shah. They've got him in that pose. That's kind of fun. Oh, they put him in the girl walk mode. I always did as a kid. I always put Prime into a girl walk mode like this, where you only transform the legs and you didn't transform the cab. I always did that. Love doing it. I always thought it was silly. I tell you another thing I pretended to do as a kid. I'd have Prime in vehicle mode, and I would bend the original knees up behind his back and pretend he was a torso for a combiner. Little did I know that years later, Optimus Prime would become a combiner in Combiner Wars. And I wish he didn't. Who knew? Got him next to a Diaclone, the newer Diaclone figures, those things. He's next to that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. XL Hedge says there is no way to unparts form G1 Seekers. You're probably right. To be fair, XL Hedge, but maybe they can do something really crazy. Maybe they could do something crazy and make it so you didn't have to parts form it. I don't know how, but maybe they could. You can't, because you can't fix those arms. Those arms have to be parts formed. Yeah, it's not me problem to figure out. But like I said, to be fair, XL Hedge, this is more than likely a one-off and is probably not going to be touched outside of just doing Optimus Prime, right? They're not going to do a Megatron because what the you can't save the original G1 Megatron toy. That is a messy figure. It is a very messy figure. It's elaborate. It's ambitious for the time, but it is messy. Let's just go with that, I think. XL Hedge also says, technically you can fold G1 Optimus Prime to fit in Power Master's trailer cap. Oh, yeah, that's true. I remember hearing that. I never did that because I didn't have Power Master Optimus Prime when I was a kid. Excuse me. So I never tried that. But that's probably a good point. Probably a fair point. Next up, we have our ugly little boy. Our ugly little dirty bastard little boy, Cheetor, from Beast Machines. I can't remember if we got this announced ages ago. Did we know that Cheetor was getting a legacy core class figure coming? Well, either way, we know. We have seen images. We have seen pictures. This might be one of the better Beast Machine Cheetor figures. And, you know, you say that with the prerequisite of knowing that there's not a huge amount of winners for Beast Machine's Cheetor. Let's be honest. His best version is probably Night Slash Cheetor, right? The deluxe-ish scaled one. I hear that one's pretty fun. I know the Supreme Cheetor's crap. I mean, you just have to look at images of the Supreme Cheetor to know it's absolute garbaggio. I think there was another Cheetor as well, but I can't remember offhand. The Jack says, Cheetor was not my favorite character from Beast Wars. No. I mean, this is from Beast Machines, so this is a little later on. Did you see Beast Machines, the Jack? He was a fun character in Beast Machines. He was an adult in Beast Machines. Cool thing about Cheetor is he has a fun journey of like being a young kid, being a moody teenager, and then being a young adult at the end of Beast Machines. From Beast Wars to Beast Machines, it's quite cool. Storytelling wise, cheetah mode for this cheetah figure, it's okay. His robot hands are very, very visible, you know, in his cheetah mode. But again, for what you're trying to do with this figure, and it being Beast Machine's cheetah, I would have liked to have seen more paint on it. It's very in cheetah mode. It's just very, 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 very yellow. There's very little breaking up the yellow. He's got purple spots on the tops of his shoulder blade, on the back of the cat neck, on the top of the cat head, and then he's got some purple bags under his eyes, line bags. Otherwise, his legs are devoid of color. His ass is devoid of color. He needs a lot more. He's got clearly the paint went into the robot mode where he's got it on his boobs, and then a bit of orange on the tippy toes, etc., etc. I think this is still pretty good. I don't know if there is a better way to do Beast Machine's Cheetor just because of how funky the design is. I would get this, probably. I wouldn't want to pay like full core class prices for them, but core class in the UK don't really ever go on sale. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's one of the nicer versions of Beast Machine's Cheetor. 12 steps, apparently. I think those are probably very generous to call them 12 steps. I'm assuming it's probably a little bit more, a little bit much. The Jack says, "Oh, that one, that was the sequel, right?" Correct. Yeah, Beast Machines was the sequel to Beast Wars. Exel Hedge says, "If Beast Machines is on the table for Legacy, I want a leader class Beast Machines Dragon Megatron with his techno bolted skin and control." Well, here's a thing. Axel Hedge. I wouldn't be against that either. You could technically do that. You could kind of fudge it, right? If you did a very minor retool of the Legacy leader Beast Wars Megatron, you remolded the wings, you know, to make them into the cape, and you redid the head, you could probably do it. I don't know what you do about the tail, right? I don't know what you do about the tail, because that's obviously attached to Beast Wars Megatron's head. It's not meant to be on the head of Beast Machine's Megatron. Unless you made the tail for the Dragon mode like a removable piece and make it into like a whip weapon, which, you know, you'd have to just kind of throw your hands up in the air and just go, what are you going to do, you know? Maybe that's how you do it. If you want to cheese it and just kind of get a Beast Machine's Megatron out there without having to make a new mold and without having, and being able to reuse a mold like a leader figure and just repainting it, mostly. If you want to really cheapen out, that would be the way I would do it. Though it would be nice if he got his own mold, I suppose. I'd tell you the one I would prefer, Exel Hedge. I would prefer that they did Megabolt. Megabolt, being the giant floating Megatron head that had to have a toy mode so it could justify itself for existing. So it had a kind of floompy, fun little silly robot mode. That's a fun toy. I've still got that toy. The Beast Machines. No, it technically wasn't Beast Machines, was it? Because it was when Beast Machines had ended, and those toys had been just transitioned over to Transformers RID. It's in that weird floaty phase. So it was Transformers RID Megabolt. I never got the repaint, the really cool repaint when they repainted him into like bronzy gold and like sickly green. I can't remember what that version was called, but I never got that one. But anyway, Beast Machines Cheetor, core class Beast Machines Cheetor looks okay. It looks okay. A little bit of a kick in the teeth for people who like Beast Machines to be like, well, here's your legacy figure. Shut up. You just get a core class figure, so fuck off. We're not going to do the rest of them because they're hard to do. Excel Hedge says Grand Maw or give us Optimal Megatron. Was that the name of Megabolt's alternate color scheme? Grand Maw? Is that what it's called? Oh. Optimal Megatron. I mean, if you just re-release the Optimal Optimus again, I'd be okay with that, because I checked recently to see how much the Optimal Optimus was from Power of the Primes? Power of the Primes? That's an expensive figure now. That's an expensive figure. And I don't mean the one in Optimus Primal colors, you know, the black and white one that came with the stupid throne. I don't mean that one. I mean the standard ones, like stupid prices, like 60 to 90 or more. I'm like, Jesus. Jesus. No, thank you. So, another little bit of news, which put a little frown on my face. Hasbro applied for Void Rivals Transformers as a toy trademark. We've also got a trademark description. Toy action figures, toy vehicles, and toy robots convertible into other visual toy forms. Not like the invisible toy forms that we're so used to. Board games, equipment sold as blah, 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 blah. Okay. Basically, it comes down to they're going to do toys of the Void Rivals Transformer figures. Seemingly. Now, I've read it. We can talk about issue 5 of Void Rivals as well, because I read that today. But generally speaking, they show an image of the front cover of the comic Void Rivals that has Jetfire. Now, he to me looks like G1 Jetfire mostly. It is a different design, but it is still, to me, a very heavy G1 toy. And that makes me frowny a little and concerned that it's just another way to get out more G1 toys. And I'm like, as you know, I'd like to cool it. The Beast Machines Cheetor, that's fun. It's got some issues to it, but that's fun, and it's different from what we usually see. So more G1 makes me frowny. Makes me sad. The Jack says, has Andytron been released yet? No, there is no Andytron. There's no Zombie Bot either, believe it or not. AliExpress has Optimal Optimus for around 50 USD. The question is, Excel Hedge, is that a KO? Is that a KO or is that a real one? That's the question I have for thee. Also, I don't really like using AliExpress. I'm not a big fan of AliExpress. I'd prefer to use Show Z, personally, if I could, you know. The Jack says he has an attack called The Good that shoots... He has the Good that shoots green slime out of his chest. Oh, release the goo that shoots green out of his chest. Yeah. I think I'd prefer it to come out of my mouth. I'd prefer to vomit green goo on people, to be honest, the Jack. That would be more my kind of thing. Vomiting delicious green goo on people. But yeah, Void Rivals, potentially more G1 stuff. Yeah, okay. Now the listings. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stories of listings of things to coom that were released this week. So that's why I use Santa for the image, because there's so many fucking lists. I had to check them twice. I had to see who was naughty or nice. So the first list that we got, I think, during the week was the Tran-Gen collab project, Renaissance TMNT Party Wagon. I don't know if we've seen images for any of these things yet, so I do apologize, but I'm pretty sure they would have been front paged if not, or if they were. So them doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover and doing the party van and having that as a Transformer, that's a great idea. I think that's really cool. It's a really iconic 80s vehicle. Loads of people love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I assume it's the 80s, like they used an image here of the 2000s TMNT, and I don't think it'll be that one. I think it'll be the 80s version of the party wagon, party van, whatever it's called. I'll be interested to see if they do a dedicated like turtle head for the robot mode, or will they do a kind of turtle-inspired robot head, kind of like what they did with the Jurassic Park figures, where Dennis Nedry had a robot Dennis Nedry face, for instance. I think that's a decent choice. It's a solid choice. I don't know who holds the license for Turtles. Is it Mattel? I think it's it's Playmates, right? No, it's Playmates that are doing Turtles. Playmates are doing Turtles, so they had to deal with them. We've also got coming the Mayhem, Voyager, Bludgeon, and Deluxe Ruckus. Did we talk about this? No, I don't think we did. Okay, so it's a Mayhem Attack set. Oh, so all of these things are Mayhem Attack. I think, did we talk about this? I think we did. Bludgeon, Deluxe, yeah. Then the next one's Chop Shop and Barrage. Then Knockout and Wind Sweeper. Hey, Orange, welcome. Leaks Pro, Leaks, yeah, lots of them. I can't remember if we talked about these. Bludgeon might be a repackaged, recolored version of the Bludgeon that's a retool of time that's already out. Maybe. Ruckus. I think, yeah, we did talk about this because I said this is probably a redo of Beachcomber. Makes sense. Lazy, but makes sense. Chop Shop. Well, that's just what do you call them? Shrapnel. That's a redo of Shrapnel. Barrage, redo of Bombshell. So that'll be pretty much all the deluxe Insecticons. Knockout. I don't know what that means. Are we talking about Prime Knockout? Because we already have a Transformers Prime Knockout, so I don't know. Maybe it means a different Knockout. And then Windsweeper. Who could you do from Windsweeper? Because I think we can assume that the Mayhem Attack Squad are going to be all redos of the same mold, right? No, that's a stupid way to say it. They're not redos of the same mold. They're going to be reuses of molds that have already came out, right? So Windsweeper, who's a good mold you could use for Windsweeper who has been released recently-ish? It needs to be a deluxe jet. If anybody wants to throw out some jet suggestions from the recent, what do you call it, Legacy line, let me know. We can have a discussion about them. Orange says the two Insecticons hopefully will have plenty of new retooling. Ransack was very lackluster. I mean, in all honesty, Orange, I wouldn't hold much hope. I think you'll get a new robot head like Ransack, and the color scheme, I don't think they're going to do much more than that. Though with Barrage, I don't know what you do, because the way that... Maybe the way that you do Barrage, instead of the way... Because of the way the Bombshell worked, he had the flip-up helmet part with the gun on top. Maybe you remove that part, and you have an entirely new part in it. So instead of it, like, being a little helmet that sits on it, no, that wouldn't work. I don't know. It would be... They have to change the head for Barrage. They have to. I just don't know how they swap it around to not have him have just a... have that little floating crown that Bombshell had. I don't know. Chop Shop, he'll just get a new head, and that'll be that, in all honesty. Why so many Optimus figures? People love Optimus Prime the Jack. It's a sickness. Orange says, Prime Knockout with a G1 Deco? Maybe? Neil knows. I mean, who else is there? I don't think Neil knows works very well for Windsweeper. Looks nothing like him. But I don't know who else you have at the deluxe scale. I think you might be right, to be honest, Orange. I don't think it's a good choice. Unless, again, you remold it, and I don't think they're going to remold it. If you look at the head... I think if you look at the head for Windsweeper, at least in the artwork, if they do change it, yeah, I could see them maybe changing it, but I could also see them maybe just painting a mouth on Neil Nose's like visor on his mouth guard, just putting a little smiley face on it, and be like, it's good to fuck him, which would be funny. But yeah. First 7 news didn't really do a huge amount for me. I heard them and thought, A lot of these, because of them being in 2-packs, are probably Amazon listings. They're going to be Amazon exclusives like the Wreckers ones were. It would make sense. Wreckers sets on Amazon. Mayhem Attack Squad on Amazon exclusives. And then the rest of these are just going to be, like I said, kind of half-assed repaints. Maybe the Bludgeon is just another half-assed repaint of that Bludgeon figure. Party Van Wagon, that's cool. That's more interesting out of this batch of leaks. That next batch are Studio Series ones, which granted I don't care too much about, but we'll go through them because that's part of the news, etc., etc. Orange also says, I just hope he has wings attached to his... No, I think you're hoping for too much. And I doubt Hasbro will go out of their way for that. No, I don't think they will, to be honest. I hope I enjoy at least one of those because, yeah, this set seems pretty boring. The problem is, Orange, I think the figure choices are good. The problem is they won't get unique molds. And I think you could argue that Chop Shop doesn't need it. You could argue Ransack doesn't need it. You could argue that... I don't think you could argue Barrage doesn't need one, because I think that needs to be heavily retooled. I think that needs a heavy retool. But Windsweeper definitely needs something. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Knockout. Knockout just needs a toy that looks like Transformers Prime Knockout and not whatever they did for the Legacy version. But hey-ho. Orange also says, I was hoping for G1 Skyquake, but, well... Yeah, if they did... Yeah, I want that. I'm trying to think of the way that I'd like to get that figure. I don't really want it to be an exclusive somewhere because it means the price will never drop on it to what I would consider reasonable. Yeah, I'd like to see them do it at some point. Okay, so Studio Series goo that we've got coming. I'll read the names and then we can talk about it. So, Studio Series A-level. Apparently these are mostly A-level. A-level Deluxe F-Tone. Or Transformers 1. Oh, Transformers 1. I'm stupid. It's Transformers 1 related. B-127. Oh, Bumblebee, right? So, Deluxe Transformers 1, Bumblebee. Deluxe Transformers 1... No. Deluxe Dev Optimus Prime. Development Deluxe Optimus Prime? I don't know. Deluxe TF7 Double Punch. Who the fuck was Double Punch? I should have checked this list. Hang on. Let me check. Transformers 7 Double Punch. Double Punch, one word or two words? Double Punch. No, I don't mean Double Punch Action Master. Let's just put in Transformers movie Double Punch. Movie. No. Which was the 7th movie? Transformers 7. That was Rise of the... No. Oh, it was Rise of the Beast. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Oh, I need to just drink bleach tonight because I'm stupid. Okay, I see. I'm dumb. Okay, so Transformers 7 is Rise of the Beast. So, yeah, hang on. I'm just reading Orange's messages. Blue Scorponok Rise of the Beast. Okay, yeah, so what's going to be is that the Scorponok minion toy that we've got, just probably in Double Punch colors, right? That's what it's going to be, because I've typed in that, and if we type in Double Punch, so it'll more than likely be in these lovely garish colors from the original Action Master, just on the Rise of the Beast Scorponok, I assume. Which might actually make me get the figure if it's in Double Punch colors, to be honest, because I'm a, sap. I'll get it because I've got the Bok on Double Punch because it's Energon Scorponok and it's pretty cool, if you ask me. So that makes sense. Orange says Devastation ? Maybe, but isn't Devastation Optimus Prime just G1 Optimus Prime? But deluxe version of him, I guess. Okay, Deluxe Transformers 3 Hatchet. Those were the Dreadlock twins, right? That was one of the Dreadlock twins. Okay. Deluxe MV6 MV6? A movie 6? Bumblebee. Oh. Wait. Transformers Bumblebee movie, which is the 6th movie. Bumblebee. Okay, Studio Series Bumblebee. Deluxe Bumblebee. Okay. I was like, why MV6? Because if they put Transformers Bumblebee movie, it would be too confusing for the listing. I get you. Deluxe 86 Perceptor. Really? We're getting a package refresh on the Perceptor figure? I remember this Perceptor hanging around for ages and not selling and not shifting. I almost got it because it didn't look terrible. But I remember this thing, I think it was going for like £12 or less because people just didn't want it. They had it and there were loads of them. Could be wrong, but that's how I remember the 86 Perceptor. Oh well, more from the factory. Transformers 1 Starscream in a deluxe form. Fine. We don't know what any of the Transformer 1 designs are like, so I mean, it's nice that they're coming, I suppose, but I can't get too excited. Transformers 3Q. Oh, God, really? Q? His design was terrible. Yeah, this fucking weird face. What was it called? Dark of the Moon Q. Oh, it is like QUE. No, QUE. Again, this ugly fucker. Oh, wow, really? I guess his original toy wasn't great, you know? But, jeez, look at this fucking monster, Jesus. It's just the way that it was designed. Look at this one. Look at it. It's a monster. Alright, fine. Well, Q's getting a figure, for better or for worse. 86 Bone Crusher. Deluxe 86 Bone Crusher. 86 Jazz package refresh. Jesus, again. This mold's coming out again. Scavenger. Okay, I see a pattern here. We're going to get 86 combining Devastator. I assume they'll combine. That could be interesting. I'm interested in this. This is interesting. How are they going to do the combination at the deluxe scale where it's 6 deluxes combining at a retail price point? How are they going to do that? That could be. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Deluxe War for Cybertron Autobot Soldier. That could be fucking anyone. Let's type in War for Cybertron. Soldier? Did they have an image of like specific soldier? Soldier. I wish I could spell. I mean, there are a few designs they could go for like the generic Autobot soldier, I guess. I mean, they're boring. Who looks at the background characters in the game and like, yeah, I really want generic red guy, unassuming Redman, or the Decepticon equivalent, unassuming Purplemans. I'm guessing that'll be a slight retool and repaint of something. I assume, depending on which soldier they go for. You know, it depends completely on the art design, on the model that they went for. Fine, whatever. Hang on, people have said stuff. Excel Hedge 86 Constructicons made sense to go with the Dinobots. Yeah, I would agree. Like I say, I'm interested to see how it will work at a deluxe price point. All of them being deluxes, you know, unless one of them is just massive. Captain Jack says Devastator, the Combiner. Yeah, the Combiner, Devastator. They're going to be doing a new version of him. Orange says, strangely enough, no hook or long haul listings. Yeah, not yet anyway. I guess we'll see them down the road. Excel Hedge says 2 deluxes and 2 Voyagers confirmed. Deluxes, deluxe arms and Voyager legs. Oh, am I going to get to that? Yeah, okay, I was going to get to that. Okay, we're going down the list, so we'll get there, the Excel Hedge. Orange says, yeah, let's troop build generic character models from this video game. It's not like here's the thing. Transformers is not G.I. Joe. At least in my opinion, it's not G.I. Joe. It's not Star Wars. It doesn't have the iconic grunt troop. The closest you've got, I think, for a good generic grunt troop for Transformers is the Auto Trooper. I can't think of any other, like, generic, like, just buy hundreds of these. Sharkticons, actually. Sharkticons, Auto Troopers, probably about it. Maybe if you want to be weird in Secticons. I don't think Autobot Soldier from War for Cybertron is going to be that way, but maybe I'm wrong. Transformers 4, Widowmaker. I think the assumption is it's this woman here, the one that makes out with Sam, the Pretender, whatever she was called. I guess it makes sense to do a figure of her because we've never had one. I didn't even know she had a name of Widowmaker, but okay, it's a decent name. I don't know what you have it transform into. You have it transform into, like, sexy college student and then to robot with the weird penis tongue whip. Are we gonna have that as a gimmick feature, the penis tongue whip? I mean, ballsy move. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pans out. They're also doing War for Cybertron Skywarp, repaint of Starscream, obviously. That's the Voyager one, so yeah, 100%. I'm sure there'll be a Thundercracker in this listing somewhere as well. Transformers, Seven's Rise of the Beast. Yeah, Rise of the Beast, Optimus Prime, package refresh. Okay, yeah, it's just, here's another one. War for Cybertron Ironhide. Which one was War for Cybertron Ironhide? War for Cybertron... You motherfucker, I knew you'd do that. Ironhide. What's Ironhide look like in War for Cybertron? Oh, we've already... There's War for Cybertron Siege Ironhide, and then there's War for Cybertron Ironhide. I get you, okay. That's the one we want. Can we get a good image of him? Not really. Yeah, okay. Alright, okay. Yeah, it's an okay design. I don't love it, but it's fine. It's okay. He's got big shoulders, big wheels on his bell bows, if you would. So that's fine. Okay. They'll do a Ratchet at some point, guaranteed. Why wouldn't they? Transformers 1 Sentinel Prime. We don't know what it looks like. Whatever. War for Cybertron. Oh, there it is. War for Cybertron Thundercracker. Yeah, there it is. Voyager 86 Scrapper, like Excel Hedge said, and Voyager 86 Mixmaster. I wonder how big they're going to be in comparison to the others. Are they going to be too big compared to the rest of the Constructicons? Or are they going to just have... Are they all going to be the same size, but they're going to have more engineering in the Voyagers to make them effective legs? I wonder. Or will they be parts formery? I think I remember seeing some people this week were like, please, Hasbro, don't make them parts formery. But make them 100% accurate to the cartoon. We want them 100% accurate to the cartoon. We also want them cheap. We also don't want them to parts form. Ah, you want the miracle robot. The one that defies physics and has no bounds on physical production. I see. No, that won't happen. Orange says, look, I love a good Transformer troop builder. I have almost 30 Seekers. God damn, 30 Seekers on your shelf? I've got a kind of Quintessons and Junkions, but I'm not interested in whatsoever in generic War for Cybertron Soldier. Yeah. Yeah, especially at the quality Gamer Edition figures have started out with. Yeah. Those, I don't think I've heard anyone be like, yo, the Gamer Edition figures are really cool. Everything I've heard is, I think the best I've heard is people being like, yeah, they're really good figures, but if you push them on it, they don't really give you much of an answer as to why they're really good. And if you point out problems, they're not issues for them. So yeah, I haven't heard very appealing cases towards the Gamer Edition stuff myself. But hey ho, Transformers 7 Rise of the Beast Apeling. I imagine it's going to be a retool of the Optimus Primal. That would make sense. Transformers 4. These are leaders, by the way. Leader Transformers 4 Optimus Prime, another Optimus Prime, okay. Leader Transformers 3 Shockwave, it's a package refresh, so no sausage there. And a refresh of Grimlock for the leader, G186 Grimlock, okay. So, the Constructicons I'm interested in, at the very least, just to see what they're like, you know? At the very least, see what they're like. Transformers 1 could be interesting depending on their designs. So, because we haven't seen anything of Transformers 1 still, I'd put anything Transformers 1 related into the maybe that's cool. I don't know. But then obviously the rest of the stuff is just live action movie. So, good for people. Nice that disgusting monstrosity known as Q is getting a figure. I'm sure you'll be happy with that nightmare on your shelf. I'd rather have Annabelle, the haunted doll, than Q. A little less scary to look at, I find. Orange says, let's check. Hang on, I need to scroll back up. They don't have 5mm ports all over them, so you can't actually enhance them with accessories and weaponizers from the regular Generations line. Are we talking about the troop builders still, or do you mean the 86 Constructicons? At least you can say that the Earthrise RC has play value in that. That's true. That's true. She was not a great figure, but she did have play value. 86 Grimlock mold, getting a workout. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. I know, Axel Hedge. they're really squeezing the teats of that Grimlock figure and getting that milk out of the nipples, it feels like. Holy shit. There were also more listings for the Studio Series line. I put this later because I thought this was more interesting. They put down Leader Studio Series 86 Megatron, and 86 Leader Galvatron. Interesting. I don't know what they're going to do with Megatron. It's a leader figure, so it's big. Are they going to make him transform into a gun? Because that's what 86 Megatron is. He transforms into a gun. You can't get away with having G1 Megatron, especially putting it in the Studio Series movie line, and have him not transform into a gun. You can't have him transform into a tank. You just can't. It wouldn't work. It just, no. 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 I'd be wrong. It's the first Megatron we've had in a while, to be fair. Let's read what, is there anything interesting TFW have written down here? First, it appears we'll begin a revival of upcoming Commander 86 Optimus Prime. We already know about that. We haven't seen it yet. A listing for a long-requested and discussed 86 Megatron has been found, and unlike the previous War for Cybertron trilogy Voyager, it seems it was going to be a leader this time around. Of course, the elephant in the room is his alt mode. In one of the previous Hasbro Q&As, it was said that he would most likely be a tank of So it's not 86 Megatron! If you make this Megatron and he's a tank, it's a fucking lie. It's a lie. It's not him. We're not allowed to do the gun. Well, then you're not allowed to do the Megatron. You can't market him as 86 Megatron and have him transform into a tank. You can't. It's like having Unicron transform into a toilet. And marketing it as movie Unicron. It's like, oh, he transforms into a toilet. We're not allowed to have him transform into a devouring planet. That's not Unicron then, is it? It's toilet bot. It's Poo Muncher. Come on. Are you interested in either of these? The second Between the Kingdom mold and the multiple subsequent releases in Legacy and as exclusive, we've certainly gotten more than a few versions of Galvatron in the last few years. Seems Hasbro has yet another one for us in store, as they'll be getting an 86 release. It's unknown if this is a reuse of the Kingdom figure. Yeah, this is what I speculate. The Galvatron might be a reuse of the figure we've seen multiple times. It would be really, really bad. I think it would be really bad if it's just the Kingdom Galvatron again. I think that'd be really shitty. Because like they say here, even the person writing the story on TFW, we've had enough of that Kingdom Galvatron. It's fine. It's fine. A lot of them were, misassembled in production. I mean, even the one I got that was later, the later one that came with Legacy, that one was fucking misdone as well. The back panels were wrong. The shoulders were fine. It was just the pieces around the arms were upside down. So you can't fully transform him without cutting bits off of him. Stupid. So yeah, hang on. Let's see what the chat said. Orange says, yeah, all the Gamer Edition stuff. Not even the Gamer Edition stuff. Not even the 5mm ports, except for the Starscream. Oh, that's weird. I think they'll cheat and just pack an accessory version of his gun mode. Oh God. And just give him the tank mode as an alt. Oh, that would be really shitty. Yeah. I could see that. That makes sense. It's like, oh, well, we can't make him transform into a gun. But we have given you an accessory, so Starscream can hold the Megatron gun. Yeah, I could see that. Ooh, that'd be gross. 86 Exel Head says 86 Megatron boat mode like Shockwave. That'd be interesting if they marketed it that way. I'm not sure they're ballsy enough to do that, because that Shockwave was a while ago. Yeah, I don't know. Orange also says, Axel Head says gun mode with parts to turn into a tank. That would be interesting. Orange says, all I want from Galvatron is for him to be more in scale, and he ain't getting another figure just for that. But he's been shelf warming since Titan's return. That's the thing, yeah. Are they just doing it to just get him out there, give him like a quote unquote different color scheme, and just be like, well, here he is again. New packaging, package refresh, Galvatron. Now that's gonna be really lame if that's the case. I don't know. We'll see. These two could be very interesting, but they could also be really fucking disappointing. So here we go. Another listing. This is the last of the kind of mediocre listings. The last listing is the kind of cool one, I think. But the next mediocre listing is Unicore Beast Wars Dinobot. I mean, it says Beast Wars. It feels like it wasn't that long ago since we got the Voyager Kingdom Dinobot, but okay, Joe, another Dinobot. Rock and roll. Pog. Rock and roll. We've also got Deluxe Sure Shot. So the last of the Target Masters, arguably, because we've got all of them now. The first one was released under the, the Siege line. He was in Siege. He was a redo of the Ironhide toy. I can't remember his name. It was that Autobot Target Master, but he didn't have a Target Master gun with him. Maybe they'll do a new version of him. Maybe they'll do a refresh of it, but you could say at that point now we've got all of them that you want. But let's just hope Sure Shot's not shit like Point Blank was. Point Blank was a really bad figure. Really, really bad. Inexcusably bad. So I really hope that Sure Shot is good and not poo. There is going to be Deluxe Breakdown, which makes sense. You know, another one under the G2 lineup. Deluxe Armada Wheeljack. Again, not really a surprise since we saw the Hasbro Pulse figure in the Shattered Glass colors. This is just going to be the correct colors, but without the mini-con, unfortunately. So that's a bummer, but good. I mean, I didn't have this mold, and I thought, we all knew this was coming. About time. Cosmos is going to get a package refresh. Okay, cool. Those shelf-warmed here in the UK and in Ireland, I remember Mikey saying for ages. I think it was only hard for America World to get them. So America needs them, but clearly Europe doesn't. Or at least England and Ireland don't. Package refresh on Ramjet. Package refresh on Tarn for some ungodly reason. Leader G1 Overcharge. G1 Overcharge. Who's G1 Overcharge? Overcharge. Who's Overcharge? Oh. Fuck. God fucking damn it. Oh, God. Overcharge, for those not aware, Overcharge is a repaint of Blitzwing into the green and gray version. Now, remember... Okay, Legacy Blitzwing hung around for a while and wasn't really loved by a lot of people. I don't think it's wise to have done this. I don't think this was a wise idea, you know. People weren't raring for Blitzwing in the first place, the original one, and he had a few package refreshes along the way, I'm pretty sure. Doing him again, just in green... I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's check what chat said. Galvatron. Unite Wave 5 is a banger. Unite Wave 5. Oh, we'll get to that. I think that's what Orange is talking about. Excel Hedge 86 Galvatron is outer scale with 86 Hot Rod, and there's still no 86 Rodimus Prime. No. No, they still haven't done a decent Rodimus Prime. Orange says, I'm getting every one of them, and I didn't already have, and as many overcharges as I can afford. Jesus Christ, really? Random note, overcharge is pretty aptly named for a legacy of for a legacy Blitzwing repaint. That is true. Yeah, overcharged. New Blitzwing hands, yay, says Exel Hedge. Well, here's the thing, Exel Hedge. What if this time, instead of getting hands with overcharge, like you did with Blitzwing, you got giant feet? You got like giant shoes for him. How about that? So then you could get your Blitzwing and have giant shoes attached to him, and then also have giant hands attached to him. There you go. And then you do the brown and red repaint. You know, that they've done a few times, and you give him like a chess piece. So eventually you're going to build up like to a super Blitzwing. The ultimate Blitzwing combo, once you got all of them. There it is down there, the red one. Battle Trap colors, that's what it is. Flywheels colors. I'm stupid. Flywheels colors, my apologies. But yeah, there we go. That's overcharged. And there's also Galaxy Shuttle, who's also getting a package refresh. So most of these I don't really care about. There's a lot of package refreshes, which is great to see. I hope that the package refresh Tarns are like better QC than the first run of them, because the first run of them are shit. I know I have it. They're really bad. If you say, oh, mine's not bad. Get him by the chest, pick him up, and shake him. Does his legs go everywhere? Because mine do. And it's a Voyager. His legs go everywhere. If you want Tarn, and you missed out on Tarn, get the Black Mamba version. Unless you really, really, really hate the paint job on the Black Mamba version. Just get the Black Mamba version. It will only be a little bit more than this package refresh. Get the Black Mamba. Okay? Agree, chat? Okay. So, this is the more interesting listings. This is the most interesting listing. So we'll go through all the lists, and then I've got images of some of the characters who people may or may not know, and I need refreshing on. So, Deluxe Solus Prime. That's really cool. We've never had a Solus Prime before. Deluxe Air Raid. Deluxe Firefly. Oh no. Fireflight. Deluxe Animated Wasp. We know what that's going to be. It's going to be a redo of the animated Bumblebee. I think everybody knew this was coming. It might get a new head, I would hope. Fine. Cool. Maybe I'd buy it because there's no Wasp figure, really, official one. At least not many. Deluxe Alchemist Prime. Again, first time we've had this figure. Great. Fantastic. Deluxe Crasher. Another package refresh. Fucking hell. Okay. Rock and roll. Deluxe Swindle. I mean, we're getting Bruticus, boys. Fuck yeah. Okay. You give me Fireflight and Air Raid, and like, oh, you're doing Superion. All right, whatever. You give me Swindle, I'm like, okay. My pants are down, boys. It's Bruticus time. Now the question is, does Andy do the dumb thing, which is buy Bruticus, or does Andy do the smart thing, which is probably the dumb thing, which is just don't buy them at all and wait for the G2 repaint? Andy might have to wait for the G2 repaint and just say no to the standard version, right? Because I think the G2 version of Bruticus is the best Dudicus ever. I legit love that color scheme. It is garish. It is painful. I love it. I don't have the Combiner Wars Bruticus. I have the G2 Bruticus. Because it's better. It's so good. Deluxe Micronus. Again, a figure we've never had before. Deluxe Venom. Now, I'm hoping with Venom being not a exclusive and it being in the main line of legacy figures, I'm going to assume that it means he's going to get a unique mold. I'm going to assume that. He has to have a unique mold. I fucking pray. Because it's the first Venom we've had since the G1 toy, as far as I'm aware. That's not a crossover with Marvel, obviously. And fuck the Marvel crossovers. Transformers Prime Deluxe Skydive. Oh, it's another Deluxe Slingshot. Oddly enough, that's interesting that it's because hang on. Yeah, the Aerobots have the they're going by the way of come on, brain. Jesus, my brain is dying. They're going by the way of what Motormaster did. So I assume Silverbolt is going to be Commander class. I don't know if he's later on in the list. I assume he's going to be Commander class like Motormaster was, and obviously the rest of the aerial bots are deluxes and we'll plug onto him. That makes sense. Voyager Primer, another figure we've never had before, another one of the 13. Voyager Armada Red Alert. I hope he's not a shell former like the original toy was. Like the original Armada toy is a very, 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 very ugly toy. Ugly, 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 ugly. So I don't care about Red Alert that much. Good that he's getting a Voyager. I hope it's better than Armada Starscream, because the Armada Starscream was kind of meh. So I hope it's better than that. Let's check. Let's see what chat said, because I think I've seen some messages fly on by. The Jack says, every time I hear Black Mamba, I think of the infamous Jackass crew. Don't. Well, as long as you don't think of Dirty Sanchez, that's the main thing. Excel Hedge, please no more Commander class bots for either Devastator or Superior. Well, Motormaster was a pain to track down. For me, luckily, Motormaster wasn't a pain to track down. I'd argue that for me, Armada Optimus Prime has been a pain to get cheap, and that's why I don't have him. He never went below £86, so I just haven't bought him. And I think he's gone now. I don't think I'm going to get him. If Commander classes don't drop below £86, I just won't buy them. I just won't. Unless it's G2 Bruticus. Then I'll have a difference of opinion. Then I'll have to suck the sack and eat my hat. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I don't have the money. Aaron says, woo, I'm finally own a Thu figure. Which Thu figure? Oh, you mean Alchemist Prime. Yeah, we'll get to that. Orange also says, now, Andy, don't get your hopes up too high. That might be animated swindle on his own if you see. That would be really weird. You might be right, but it doesn't say animated. But it would also be really fucking weird to do just swindle, right? That'd be fucking weird. Pardon. XL Hedge says, no, G2 Bruticus, give me Ruination. I mean, I respect Ruination. Ruination's got a good color scheme. Ain't got shit on G2 Bruticus. Not for me. Orange says, yes, Deluxe Micronus, the most expensive retail non-multipack minicon to date. I'm pretty excited for the aerial bots, to be honest, but if Silverbolt, my favorite, will be Commander class, I'll be disappointed. I wanted Broadsided Lugknight. Well, I think it has to be, because I don't think you're going to get a good combiner if he's just a leader, right? I don't think he'd be great if he's just a leader. I think he has to be. I think they're going to go by the format of Menasor and go through that way, to be honest. I'd be surprised if they changed up the pattern. Right, let's continue. Voyager Rescue Bot Heatwave. It's going to be a redo of the Legacy Bulkhead. It has to be. Has to be. They'll just retool a lot of it. Voyager Alphatron. Another Alphatron figure. I wonder if it'll be its own mold or if it'll be a reuse of something else. Voyager Flatline. That's interesting. Leader the Fallen. That's very cool, because we haven't had the Fallen outside of the shitty movie version since the Matchbox figure, which was fucking terrible as well. So if we can have a good The Fallen, that would be great. Mild concern. All right, do you want to hear a mild concern? My mild concern for The Fallen is he's Leader 86 Megatron, who's going to transform into a tank, but a retool of it. That's my concern for The Fallen. Or vice versa. It's going to be Megatron who's a retool of The Fallen. That's a concern. If it's true, I don't know. That's just a... are they nice enough to give The Fallen his own mold? I don't know. We've got G2 Grimlock, so this will be the 5th version of Grimlock. This will be Blue Grimlock, the lesser version of G2 Grimlock. I assume. It doesn't say package refresh, so I assume it is G2 Grimlock, as in Blue Grimlock. And then we got Leader Onyx Prime, which is very interesting as well. Now, let's go through the ones that haven't had figures. So, we got Flatline. I think this is artwork from Alex Milne. I'd say Flatline's a bit of a generic flat design. No, I don't want to say flat. He's a bit of a generic design. There's not a lot of, like, I don't look at Flatline and go, wow, this is a toy seller. I'm just like, he's a okay kind of background kind of character design. I don't care that much about him. I don't know really what you do for him, especially at a Voyager price point. Maybe they'll be really boring because he's a medic and just have him as a retool or just a basic repaint of Red Alert, which is not the way I would go for Red Alert. I would definitely go for Cannonball. I'd rather that. Orange just said, calling it now, Flatline will be Armada. Yeah, I just mentioned that. Yeah, I think that'll be the case as well, just because of both ambulance, medic kind of characters, which is a shame. Axel Hedge says, watch The Fallen will be based on his RNG or Power of the Prime's web series designs. That would be interesting. I don't hate the design of him in Robots in Disguise, the Bumblebee after Transformers Prime RID series. I don't hate that design. It would be really fucking weird if they did that though, and they didn't do the G1 version. It would be, I'd be baffled. I'd be like, really? This is the RID figure that you do? You did a shit version of Strong Arm, and you're doing the Fallen, not the G1. Okay, yeah. I mean, it could happen. I'd just be very surprised by it. You know, Micronus Prime. Ironically, very very large in this image. Ironically very large. I don't know what you do for Micronus Prime. Have we ever seen Micronus Prime transform? I don't think we have. That's the thing with any of the 13 figures. You know, the mythical 13. I don't know what you do for them. I think we've only had like Solus Prime and maybe a few others done as third-party figures. Heatwave, I throw on a Heatwave here because, you know, look at that. That's the bulkhead toy. The Alchemist Prime from Livio's artwork. So this is Proto Macadam. Shit version or shit release is you get the Macadam figure, build a figure, and just release that. Or you do the Macadam figure and you repaint it and very slightly retool it into this version, into the Alchemist Prime version, and release that where he doesn't actually transform. He's just more of an action figure. I hope it's his own figure. And I hope with any of the 13, because it would be nice that the 13 got their own unique molds, and the Fallen would fall into that as well. Ooh, as a yawn. I don't love this design, granted, but okay, sure. Venom, I throw up a Venom here because again, look at this original boy. You can't make this out of a retool. Please God, let Venom be his own boy. Please let him be his own boy. Onyx Prime. I don't know how you do this design. I can think of one way you do Onyx Prime, but I don't think they do it because it would piss people off. Let's check chat. Okay. Excel Hedge also says G1. You mean Dreamwave Fallen? Yeah. Dream. Well, I mean G1. Dreamwave was G1. Potato, you know what I mean. Orange says, I'm imagining Micronus as a mini-con with a deluxe battlesuit around it with the deluxe price point. That might be interesting, depending on what it is and how he transforms, etc., etc. Could be cool. Excel Hedge says, Titan Masters was the last time we got all 30. No, it wasn't. Fuck you. Fuck you, Excel Hedge. You're right, but fuck you. I hate that you reminded me that that's how we got them. That's right, we got them as little stupid cubes that went in really cool pretender body suits, body shells. Yeah, fuck that. That was so disappointing. So my theory, it's a theory that that probably won't happen because it would be a really bad move, is if you make this a retool, who do you retool him out of? You retool him out of Deathsaurus, the HasLab figure. You retool him so he's not a chicken dragon. You make him into a centaur dragon. I don't think they do that because it's a HasLab thing, And I'm not sure if they'd be allowed to do it. I know it would piss people off if they did that. I could see that just because he's got the bird hat that Deathsaurus has. He has big wings. Again, you could redo the wings from Deathsaurus and have that. If you remove Deathsaurus's tail and somehow fit on the legs, you could do that as well. I don't know what you have him transform into, because, again, I don't think Onyx Prime ever fucking transforms. I think he's just in this form every time that you see him. But I might be wrong. It's been a while since I've read IDW. It's really interesting they're doing him, but I just don't know how they do him. Hang on. Orange says, damn, Centaur Boy looks good, but he doesn't exactly have a good redeco option. That's the thing. That's why I think I wonder if they just do a retool of Deathsaurus, but like I don't think they can. Look on the bright side, Andy. Now we know the 13's Fursonas are pretender shells. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Maybe so sad. I wish they had proper shells. Never mind. With proper things. Which one was this? This was Primer. Primer. From the few designs we've seen, I don't know. Again, a lot of these 13 figures, you look at them and you go, what do you transform into? Solus Prime we've had as a redo of, New Age? Was it New Age that retooled some of the figures? Their Nightbird into this? Or their Alita 1 or something into Solus, and it was okay. It wasn't bad. I think that's really the only Solus Prime we've had, but be good. Don't you fucking dare make this out of the shitty female molds that you have at the moment, Hasbro. Make Solus Prime her own unique mold. Don't use the fucking shit ones you've been using. I can't remember the last decent girl figure robot mold that they've made. It feels like it's been a while. I hear the Windblade's good. I haven't got it. I don't think I'll get it. To be honest. But I hear that Windblade's good. I mean, prior to that, there have not been a lot of good female molds. Let Solus Prime be her own mold. Let it be cool. Let it not be poo. Let's go. Exelhead says, but we all know Onyx Prime's alt mode. Look at Shockwave. But we all know Onyx Prime's alt mode. Hang on, what was... I don't remember. I don't know if you're making a meme joke or not. I can't remember. Let me quickly check, because I can't remember. I've no idea. It's been, like I say, a long time. Onyx Prime. Can I spell? No, I just can't type. That's a problem. Onyx Prime. Boosh. Do we have any images of Onyx Prime? We've got the cool artwork that Alex Milne did, which is very much Deathsaurus colors. Onyx Prime in the Centaur mode. Did we see him in another mode? Is Onyx Prime just the big burb? I don't remember. I don't know if you're memeing or what. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm sorry. Axel Hedge, they're just better out not nerfing Solus's Forge Hammer. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Yeah, so those are the figures in this list. Again, there are a lot of potentially really interesting figures coming. Or really big disappointments. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, I didn't even say RID Skybite. I miss Skybite. Good. We need a new Skybite figure. The one from was Generations. Whichever was the last Skybite figure. The last Skybite figure wasn't very good. A new Skybite, that's good. As long as it's again, please let it be a decent quality Skybite. It'd be good for him to finally have like a good solid toy, because the original is messy and not fun to transform. The one after that was not good either, I don't think. But yeah, some really interesting things. Orange says, what I'm thinking of is Hasbro's making the 13 resemble the characters that don't have figures yet, so they can get easy retools. I can't see who they'd retool into, though. Yeah, I mean, we've seen this before. You release the mold as the one that you don't want, then you release them as who you do want. Shockwave is Onyx Prime. Oh, sorry. You just saw a image of Shockwave's head poking out of the disguise. Sorry, I wasn't sure exactly what you meant. I was not able to tell. I'm not sure which image you mean. It's one of these images, I'm sure. Either way, whatever. I don't care. Yeah. Either way, it'll be interesting to see what they do for them. I guess when we see the molds, we'll have a good indication of, are these unique molds specifically for them, or are they just here for retool bait? I wonder. We'll see in time. And the last bit of news this week. Oh, no, we got one more bit of news. We got from Shozi that there's a pre-order for GI1 BSD01 Endless Equipment Poseidon Triptychon. There's not much information here. It's going to be 11 inches tall. It's basically the Titan's Return Triptychon, but small, I think. 11 inches. Yeah, it's not nearly as big, right? Yeah, it's not nearly as big as a Titan figure. You get the main figure, you get the left gun, the right gun. Instruction manual doesn't say that you get the chest robot dude, so I wouldn't expect that. But yeah, it looks like if you missed on Titan's Return Triptychon, there's going to be a smaller, arguably more affordable version of him. Maybe this is going to be the same size as the OG toy. Maybe that's what they're going for. It looks good. It's going to be a knockoff, clearly. But yeah, I think this looks fine. Again, not like, wow! But I'm like, okay, that's fine. Orange says, Onyx retooled into Cybertron Shockwave, perhaps? Which one is Cybertron Shockwave? Fuck's sake. Come on, brain. Cybertron Shockwave. I don't know if you mean any of these ones. Maybe. Yeah, maybe though. I'm not sure. I don't know. Be interesting to see. Yeah, little smaller Triptychon. That's cool. Rock and roll. And yeah, the last story for tonight is that TFCon is got another guest announced. It's the first time ever appearance of Bo Weaver, if I've said that name correctly, the voice for Octane from season 3 of G1. So if you're gagging for some Octane action, he's going to be there as well. Very cool. It's Los Angeles, March the 8th to the 10th. So, like nearly only 14, like 2 weeks away. That's pretty much it. It's almost here. It's cool. If you're going, you can go and see him. Have a good time. All that jazz. Fun times ahead. Yeah, that's it. That's the news for this week, everybody. That's it. Wow. Look at all that time I talked on my own. Patchy. Well done, Andy. We got through it all, and, it is just discussing about basically a list of names. Not the most exciting stuff. I'm hoping some of these will be revealed whenever they do their 40th anniversary fancy-mancy stream. When we get some actual, here is a figure, instead of here's a name on a big sheet of paper. I look forward to seeing them. To be fair, though, they'll get leaked before that. They always do, don't they? So, question is, what have I been up to this week? Working, as usual. Not a lot otherwise. I bought Code Geass and SSSS Gridman on Blu-ray. They'll be coming some point next week. So I can replace my DVD and digital copies of those products and get the nice Blu-rays in. They were on sale, so I was like, why not do it now? Other than that, just playing more Resident Evil 4, having a good time with that. Still struggling in parts. I think getting better. If you've been watching me on stream played or on YouTube, where it's archived, or on Twitch where it's archived for a bit, you've hopefully been able to enjoy my journey through the Resident Evil. I'm not the greatest at the game. I've been struggling through it on hardcore, but we're getting there. I think we're up to... No, we're fighting the big bug in the sewers. That's what we're doing. We'll find the big bug in the sewers next time. And then it'll be Salazar. I don't know if I want to fight him legit or just cheese him with a rocket launcher. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Have I been up to anything else? I was going to watch the live-action Avatar Last Airbender, but then I thought better. I was just like, why? Why would I do that to myself? Am I stupid? If I want to watch the best version of Avatar, I'll just watch the cartoon. I've heard people say good things about it, but generally, not people I trust who say good things about it. The people I usually trust and listen to opinions of have been pointing out a lot of writing changes, and not for the better that they made for the show. And I'm like, I just watched the cartoon. The cartoon was just, I don't know. Live action, it doesn't make a show better. Just because it's got real people in doesn't mean that it's a better show. And I think for some people, unfortunately, that is the case. Live action, or it's just better because it's real people, not a silly baby cartoon. Orange says, yeah, I heard pretty good things about it too. People I trust, actually. Yeah, I'm going to watch it today. I hear that they change a lot of things about it and take out a lot of the nuance, which doesn't shock me. So I think they're kind of going for the angle that Azula was abused. It's like Azula was a monster. You're not meant to make her sympathetic, but whatever. Remember when Zuko's face was burnt and she had a big grin on her face? And they're gonna go by the narrative that she was abused by her dad and make her a sympathetic figure? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Did you watch the show? Don't do that. The Jack says Azula was brought up to be the way she was exactly. She was raised to be a monster. I don't know. I think people need to rewatch the original series and then watch the current show back to back and they can see the changes for themselves. I'm not going to watch a live action show. I know I'll fucking hate it. I know I won't enjoy it at all. I did see the trailer for Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be out June. Long time off, but man, looking forward to it. I get to suffer on stream. That'll be fun. I'll be one of those foul tarnished again with glittering gold. Elden Goo, says the Jack. Yeah, exactly. We'll have Elden Goo. We'll definitely be streaming it. I streamed it the last time. I streamed it when I was only single streaming on Twitch and I wasn't streaming on YouTube at the time. So that'll be fun. But yeah, that's it. That's all my goo for today. Thanks for coming by, everybody. If you want to find me on the interwebs, I'm here on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Libsyn, all those places as Decayed Andy, Rotten Corpse of a Human Being. If you want to support the show, you can head over to patreon.com/moonbase2. And if you do $2 each month, you can help me out, and that's a good thing. It helps the show go on because I have to pay for the show, obviously. And yeah, it's just a nice thank you if you like. But it's not needed at all. We'll be back next week for more Transformers news and all that jazz. Orange says thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming, Orange. Exel Hedge says Elden Ring Mimic Master. Oh God. I'm not the Mimic. I didn't use the Mimic too much because it was too powerful. If you want to breeze through the game, if you want to breeze through Elden Ring and have an easy time, use Mimic. It's the cheat code. People are like, I want an easy mode for my Souls games. You have the Mimic. There you go. Mimic and magic, and you complain the game's hard. You're just bad at the game. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you next week. Otherwise, I'll see you Monday for a stream, probably. Until then, thanks for coming on by. I'm dead on the outside, dead on the inside, and until next time, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Wow.